Either Samsung realized that we really don't want the Galaxy Note to die, or leakers got it all wrong. As yes, it looks like even with all the rumors, the Galaxy Note line will live to fight another generation. We are reportedly getting closer to the upcoming AirPods, which will bring some very welcome changes. And Facebook is very mad at Apple for their upcoming privacy changes, and I mean very mad. And we don't care. I'm Jaime Rivera, and yes, tomorrow is the 15th anniversary of my 26th birthday, so I will be taking Thursday and Friday off, just a reminder, but we will be having some content. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with deals, and can you believe that the Samsung trade-in deals continue? They are too good to be true for some particular products, and for others, I mean, it's better than nothing or leaving a phone in a drawer. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 is still $1,000. The Galaxy Note 20 is $450, the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra $750. The S20 then starts at $420 for the FE and goes all the way up to $915 for the Ultra, and then the Galaxy Z Flip 5G is $650, again with an eligible trade-in device. The new M1 Mac Mini is currently $50 off. That means that you can get the 8 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage model for $849 and $699 if you can live with 256 gigs of storage. If you want a powerful Intel MacBook Pro, the 16-inch is currently $400 off, leaving the Intel Core i7, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte of storage for $2399. And moving on to iPads, the latest 12.9-inch iPad Pro is $350 off, leaving it at $799, along with a pair of Audio-Technica earbuds for free. That's interesting. If you're looking for headphones, the Sony Mark IVs, I'm not going to go through that name, are $72 off, leaving it at $278, which is a pretty good deal. And then Jabra Elite 85Ts, which are becoming my favorites, are currently $30 off, leaving it at $200. We have more deals on over-the-ear headphones and TVs in the description. Now let's move on to OnePlus, as the company in its typical fashion is doing a great job at telling us exactly what we can expect from its roadmap. Pete Lau just went on an interview confirming some of the products that have been on the rumor mill as of late. First off, he confirmed that they are working on a smartwatch after all, as they posted some teasers earlier in the fall. Now, interesting, Lau said that Wear OS definitely has room for improvement, specifically in aspects like connectivity and the rest of Google's ecosystem. Apparently, Google has taken their feedback and they are interested in developing a kind of connectivity between OnePlus watches and OnePlus devices. Now, further on, it was reported that we might be getting this watch next year, but of course, that isn't confirmed. Now, moving on, they got onto topics of foldables, and it looks like OnePlus isn't in the bandwagon just yet. Pete Lau mentioned that one of the biggest issues is to have applications leverage and take advantage of all the extra real estate on the larger display. So he didn't rule out the possibility of getting one in the future, but he did say that they are keeping a close eye on the industry. So it sounds like if it won't happen soon. And you know what, OnePlus, I'd rather you figure out the cameras on your current flagships than to give us a foldable. So figure that part out and then you can expand to something else. Now let's talk about big companies versus small companies and government intervention, in a good way actually, but bear with me as this is actually going to be 2 segments. Trust me, it's worth it. The European Union just passed the new legislation that prevents big companies like Apple, Amazon, Google, and Facebook to self-preference. This means that if you search up a keyword on the App Store, for example, the search cannot prefer apps made by Apple over third-party applications. Other changes include that these companies will be obliged to allow users to uninstall all pre-installed applications, and the performance metrics will be shared for free to advertisers and publishers. If they fail to comply with these rules, it will result in hefty fines that go as high as 10% of the company's worldwide annual turnover. All of these changes are happening to allow smaller companies and developers to have more of a fair chance to compete in today's landscape. These haven't been fully approved yet, but they will reportedly come into force faster than usual, so we'll see what happens and when it comes to effect. That said, bravo EU. I mean, I do feel that small developers deserve an opportunity that obviously these large companies just make it too difficult to break. We hope that it actually ends up working out. Now moving on, let's talk about my least favorite company. Yes, I'm talking to you, Facebook. Last week we talked about how Craig Federighi made some statements on Apple's upcoming privacy features, which have made other companies like Facebook mad. Well, it looks like Facebook is really mad, and again, we don't care, but according to a new report from Bloomberg, Facebook has attacked Apple in a series of full-page newspaper ads that claim that Apple's changes around data gathering and targeting advertisement are bad for small business. Seriously? These ads will run in the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and the Washington Post with a headline, "We're standing up to Apple for small businesses anywhere." Finally, it notes that Apple's changes to iOS 14 will curb the ability for companies like Facebook to gather data about users to ply them with advertisement. Because it seems that to help small businesses, we need to give up our privacy? Like, seriously, Facebook? So it looks like Facebook is trying to do what Epic did, but Epic's efforts at least actually helped the small businesses and not them primarily. If you missed it last week, Craig said that if the company doesn't comply with the new guidelines, they would be kicked off the App Store, like Epic did. Is it just me, or like seriously, Facebook, you need to pay ads on a newspaper because your advertisement and your social media is not big enough? That is just the most ironic thing. Now let's move on to Apple and let's discuss AirPods particularly. Yes, today was AirPods Max Day. I finally got mine. It was delayed from yesterday, and my first impressions so far are, yes, it's heavy. But I feel that a lot of people are not talking about the rumble experience that these headphones provide. If you're experiencing content, it actually makes it more immersive without providing distortion, which I feel is what other headphones don't get right. That said, let's shift the focus onto regular AirPods, as we'll be reportedly getting new AirPods and AirPods Pro this year. According to a new report from Elect, Cupertino is working on some AirPods Pro Lite, which will simply be marketed as third-generation AirPods. The reason as to why they're called AirPods Lite is because they're tipped to feature the same design as the Pros, but without bringing the Pro feature, which is active noise canceling. They're reportedly developing a new system in a package for these, which would bring the H1 chip. Apparently, they will go under quality verification this year, allowing for production to start in 2021, but there's no word as to when we'll actually get to see these. The price will reportedly be around 20% less than the Pros, as they won't bring the main feature, but man, that's still expensive. We'll definitely see, as it will most likely happen during the March event, but if you think about it, Apple has been really good about launching AirPods silently, so that could also be the case. And finally, the hottest news today have to do with Samsung and its most beloved lineup. We have to agree it's the Galaxy Note. I mean, it's gone through a lot of problems, and yet people continue to love it. We continue to consider it the best flagship, and we didn't really want the lineup to die, and that could probably be the case. Rumors have been intense, but not just of the S21. We also have heard that the Galaxy Note might finally be no more. All of the rumors pointed to Samsung moving their focus onto foldables and adding S Pen to the Galaxy S for those of you wanting to replace the Note with a more conventional device. Well, very official sources claim that it's not going to happen, at least not necessarily. I mean, TM Rowe, the president of the mobile business, just discredited all the rumors, hinting that pretty much the Galaxy Note is not going to be discontinued. To quote him again, yesterday he mentioned that they have paid attention to people's favorite features from the Note, and they will add them to other devices. Now, the report also claims that the Galaxy Note isn't coming to an end anytime soon, but it is still very likely that the S Pen is expanding to both the S line and the Z Fold line. The thing about it is, it's already December, there's no code name for the phone, no rumors, anything, but the company claims we're still getting one. So let us know in the comments, and we will leave a poll in the community tab. What do you think Samsung should do with the Galaxy Note? Should they kill it? Should they expand the features? What is your ideal? Because in my case, I think that the Galaxy Z Fold should not be called that way. That's the most horrible name. That should be the Galaxy Note, or call it the Galaxy Note Pro if you want. Give it stylus support, and then you can use the large canvas to be able to doodle notes and everything. It would be ideal and perfect. For me, that should be the successor. But that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Also, follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles as you see me trying to do the math over how many years have passed. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.